everyone, I'm Dawn.
I'm Gary.
And we are the Disney Grown-Ups, and we are continuing our Disneyland Paris restaurant review series. So, I think last time we might have said we were going to do inventions possibly this time, but we've changed our mind and we've decided to go for a Aladdin theme. And we have decided to do Cafe Agrabah, or Agrabah Cafe. Never get that right. I can never remember. I think it's Agrabah Cafe.
Yeah, I think it's Agrabah Cafe. It's
Yeah.
the opposite to what we always think it is.
Yeah, it is. So, this is in Adventureland in Disneyland Paris. Again, as we say every time, this is just our thoughts, our experience, what we feel, that we think about these restaurants. You may feel differently, but this is just our opinion. Just to give you a guide and a taster of what it's like there. So it's in Adventureland.
Right next to Aladdin's Passage.
It is opposite Aladdin's Passage, which
Aladdin.
Opposite Aladdin's Passage, which Gary likes to always take a visit
Hop
up.
into occasionally.
Yes. And right near a meet and greet for Genie, normally.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, it is an all-you-can-eat buffet, and as we all know, Gary eats all he can. So we'll go on.
For it.
We'll go on to our I'll put some menus in. It is, as I say, an all-you-can-eat buffet, so there is a set price. It is, I believe, the last time we went, I believe it was €34.99. And I think we got one drink in with that. So, first one is theming and setting. Now, this is set in the streets of Morocco. It's kind of the streets where Aladdin would run around, and the theming is brilliant. There is just so much. There's different rooms. There's some where you sit, where you look like you're sitting outside in the market, and if you look up, it almost looks like you're out in the outdoors. And there's all these jangly bits are really annoying me. There's like washing hanging out and things like that, and there's all shops and things.
It's all like sheets draped for like Moroccan type material draped for shading, because it's an open roof.
Yeah,
well, it looks like it's not, but it looks like an open roof. It's made to look like it is.
It is. It's really clever. And then you've got other ones where you go into a room, which we've eaten in with the girls before, where it's all done like almost like a Bedouin tent, isn't it? Where you've got all the draped material and everything. And there's several different rooms you can eat in, and they're all really themed. And as you walk around and look, you see so many different aspects to it, and there's so many little hidden bits. And so theming.
You can actually get lost in there.
Yep, Gary often does.
I've actually come back with my food and not found where I was sitting before.
Yep.
So I obviously did eventually, but
yeah, because there's lots of little rooms,
lots of
rooms,
tiny little room of
little alleyways and things. But
you could take loads of different turnings in there. I did actually get lost a couple of times trying to get back to the table, so that was interesting.
So theming and setting, I think, is brilliant, and I would give it a definite 5 stars. Because I just think it's very, very well done. What would you give it?
5.
And again, he's copying.
Well, no,
it is a 5-star, definitely theming and setting.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, amazing inside.
So that takes us on to choice of food. Well, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, and there is a lot of choice there. But it is Moroccan and Middle Eastern, so you have to like that kind of food. To really have the big choice, but they've got all the different starters. You've got taboulehs, and there's things to make kebabs. There's couscous, rices.
Sheep's heads.
No, there isn't sheep's heads. No.
Not sure I saw sheep's head.
Nor monkey's brains, nor sheep's eyes, nor any of that kind of thing, which you're going to go on to say. And this is not Indiana Jones. Anyway, yeah, there's a really big choice. There's different curries, isn't there? Sort of Moroccan-based curries, tagines. I mean, I love their
salads, stuff,
and hummus and all things like that. I mean, their hummus is lovely. It's really nice, and they do some really lovely flatbreads as well, which are really crispy, and I really like those. So you have a really big choice of things like that, and desserts. There's an awful lot of desserts as well. There's a lot of pistachio-based things. There's lots of different custards, which you quite like, but I'm not keen on custard. But there's like pistachio custard and coconut custard and strawberry custard and all different things. So and you've got all your normal cakes and things as well. So there is a really good choice there, and I think even if you're a fussy eater and Moroccan food isn't quite your thing, you'd probably find something to eat there.
Yeah, there's nothing horrific there.
No.
So
no.
Nothing. Yeah, there's no like animals' heads and things and stuff
no.
like that.
And there's a lot of fresh fruit as well you can have.
Yeah.
They've got a big bar with fresh fruit and things. And whilst I'm talking, I'll be trying to put some footage in of maybe of some of the food and everything. But yeah, so there's a really good choice there. So for choice of food, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Well, I like anything with a pulse, so I'll give it a 5.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what to say to that, but yeah, okay.
We're not a pulse, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it's a bean. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
well.
right. Okay. Yeah. So the next one is value for money. Well, obviously, as it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, Gary always gets his value for money.
Yeah,
as
I leave that place feeling hungry.
It's about $34.99 last time we went. And Gary definitely got a good $34.99.
Yeah, I've got a good $49.99 worth.
And the rest.
Easily.
That was just for starters. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with the buffets is, you know, you can eat as much as you want. I think if you go there on a day when you're not hungry, then, you know, maybe it's not so good value. But yeah, I mean, you can spend as long, and they don't rush you, so you can spend as long as you like in there. Just keep going back and back and back, as Gary does frequently.
Yeah, go there when you feel really hungry. Or in fact, cut down on the day before.
That's the only thing is that we found that it shuts early.
Oh yeah.
So that's the only problem we found with that, is that quite often when we go to Paris, with America it's different because of our body clock and our timing. We sometimes feel that we're a bit hungrier, sort of lunchtime to early afternoon, so we prefer to eat a bit earlier. But obviously in Paris, not much difference in time, it's only an hour. And so we quite like to have our dinner a bit later in the afternoon. And the last couple of times we went, it shut at 3 o'clock, didn't it? Or a couple of times 4 o'clock.
Might be 4 actually. Yeah, it's still early. It's more of
it's more of a lunch or an early sort of dinner, sort of tea. So, you know, that's the only thing is, and we don't always feel that we can eat as much at lunchtime. No. So,
it'd be an ideal thing to have. Good thing to have about sort of 6 o'clock, but it's normally never open. Then it's all gone by then.
So that's the only thing. So yeah, but value for money, I feel that I would give it a. I mean, obviously, as we said before, Disney is expensive, and yes, it's €34.99. But you can eat your money's worth. So I think I'm going to give it a go. 4 out of 5 for value for money from me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5 actually, because I'll get.
Because you're a pig.
Because I really get my money's worth in there.
Right.
But, yeah, I think it's excellent.
Okay.
Well worth a go.
Next category is service where applicable. This is where it falls down, and this is the problem. And we've had this on several occasions there, haven't we? They're not that quick at refilling all the buffet stuff. They're not that quick at getting fresh plates out. Quite often things will run out and you'll have to stand around and ask. Now, we had this many years ago when we went with the girls.
I think the plates was only once. I don't think it was.
No, it's been twice.
Was it?
Yeah. Once when we went with the girls and once when we went with Dad. And I think that I mean, obviously you go up and you help yourself to things. We've waited a long time before now to get the drinks as well. Sometimes they're a bit slow getting the drinks to you and things like that. But I think service, I don't like to say it, but it leaves a little bit to be desired there. That is the only.
I don't think it's like it all the time.
It's been a bit hit and miss, but I think we've had
lottery. I think with that.
Yeah, I think we've had more negative experiences than positive. And that is the only thing I would say, is that you're going to have to be patient and quite often wait for things to be filled up, or wait for the plates, or wait for the cutlery. That is the only thing, or wait for your drinks. So I think service-wise, yeah, it's not brilliant. So I'm actually only going to give it a 2.5 for service.
Yeah, it's probably a fair comment.
Are you copying me again?
Not really. Okay, I'll give it a 3.
You're not really thinking this through, are you, for yourself? You're just copying me.
Well, if I go back up and there's no plates, I'll just use the old one.
It depends on what you're going to eat, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but
you wouldn't put dessert on a plate.
Well, no, we'll put dessert on the same plate. But as far as I know, a lot of people put tiny little bits on loads of different places, which is probably why they run out of plates.
Well, no, you don't. It's like I'll have my starter on a plate, then I'll want my main course on a different plate.
But for me personally, if there was no plates, I'd just use my old one.
Yeah, but that's not a good service.
It's not good. It's nice to have nice to have a clean plate.
And as I say, we've waited a long time for drinks before now. I mean, we've actually been halfway through our meal before we've had a drink.
Yeah, that's probably because they can't find us.
So
that's probably why. I think, where were they? Where were they sitting?
Right. And that said, the last category is, would we eat there again? Yes or no? But that said, then yes, we would eat there again, because we've had, I think, one of the last times we went, I didn't feel it was as good, and I didn't feel that I had the same experience as I'd had before. But we have actually eaten there probably about 5 times. We've eaten there with just us. We've eaten there with Fiona and Scott from F&S Disney Adventures. We've eaten there with Dad. We've eaten on our own with the girls. So we've 5 or 6 times maybe, maybe even more. And I think we've only had one experience where I've gone and thought, that wasn't as good this time. And obviously out of them we've had 2 or 3 times that we've had bad service. But the food is good generally, and as I say, the theming is good.
Well, when you say bad service, it's because you're actually serving yourself.
Well, yes, okay.
So it's not really it's just those few little blips with.
Yeah.
Few obviously sometimes taking a long time to get a drink.
Yeah.
And going up for more food and then not being any clean plates, having to wait for those. But apart from that, it's it's worth taking that chance, I think.
I really like it there, and I would go back again.
Oh, yeah,
so yes, that's a yes from me. So
I feel quite hungry actually.
Yeah, I know. I quite fancy one of those flatbreads and hummus now, and those pistachio biscuits. Oh, yeah, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I think it's superb. Really like it.
As I say, going forward with everything that's happening with Disneyland Paris at the moment, at the time of recording this, they haven't quite opened. They open in a couple of days, and I don't know what they're going to be doing with regards to restaurants and how things are going to pan out to make it all COVID safe. But this is just what our view, what we feel from our experiences that we've been there and done. And maybe one day they will get back to being as they were before, but you know, who knows. But this is just based on how it used to be, to give you an overview, give you an idea of what it was like there. And hopefully, even if they have to make adaptations and things, it will still have a general feel. I know with a lot of the buffets they're doing that, they bring the buffet to your table, a bit like if you've been to the Garden Grill at Epcot. That's all you can eat, but it's all you can eat kind of table service, in as much as they bring the food to you, and if you want more of it you can just ask for it. So I think that's the sort of way forward they're looking at doing buffet service.
That could be quite difficult actually.
Yeah.
She asking, trying to get across what you actually want.
Well, I think what it is, I think they're going to only offer a platter of so many things. So a bit like Garden Grill will bring you a platter of set amount of, you know, a variety of things, but a certain amount. And then that will be what they will do going forward.
I've never really looked at the names of the things that are in front of the food. I'm just looking at it. If I like the look of it, I'll just.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be as much choice. I think that going forward, what they will do is, I mean, they couldn't possibly, the amount of things that they've got on offer there, they couldn't possibly have all those brought to your table. It'd be ridiculous. Yeah. So I think what they will do is do a limited menu and bring it to your table. So, but this is just to give you an idea of what it was like there, and I'd say, yeah, definitely give it a go.
Yeah, that's right.
So, if you've enjoyed watching this, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press
somewhere there, or there.
Down there,
or
probably.
There, or down there.
Probably there, maybe.
Smash it.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, because
smash that as well.
We are very random with our uploads, and that way you won't miss a thing.
We're very what?
Random.
Oh, random, sorry.
What did you think I said?
Something similar.
I'm not even going to go there. So,
very hungry as well.
Yeah.
Talking about food.
Oh, yes. So, if you could give us a subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us again soon for the next one in this series, which might well be inventions next time. Who knows? We are going to try and make our way through all of the restaurants at some point. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Be kind to each other. Bye.